Why, they say, Sigmas live outside of the hierarchy pyramid. They think out of the box. In this video, I will show you 12 traits that says they are the gods of hierarchy, not pawn in the game. I will share 12 things Sigmas see through while others can't. Let's just start the video. You know what to do if you find them valuable. 1. Seeing through manipulation. Have you ever felt that someone's words didn't match their true intentions? Society is filled with subtle cues, unspoken agendas, and social strategies designed to influence others. While many are swept along by these currents, Sigma males possess a rare talent for seeing through manipulation. They read the unspoken language of body cues, tone shifts, and hidden motives, giving them the upper hand in discerning what people are truly saying beneath the surface. Sigma males talk less, so this comes naturally. Sigma males are deeply observant. They listen not just to words, but to pauses, shifts in body language, and the energy behind what is said. This ability goes beyond simple intuition. It's a practiced awareness, built from a mindset that values attention to detail and deep understanding. By piecing together subtle hints, they decode intentions and motivations that remain hidden to most. This allows them to navigate conversations and relationships with an edge, responding in ways that are authentic while remaining alert to potential influences. This knack for reading people also makes them less susceptible to manipulative tactics, whether it's a persuasive sales pitch, social pressure, or emotional appeals. Sigma males sense when something doesn't feel genuine. They rely on logic and reason to see through flattery and coercion. Instead of reacting impulsively, they pause, question, and make their own judgments. This thoughtful approach protects them from falling into traps that others might not even realize exist. Psychological studies on empathic accuracy, the ability to accurately perceive another's thoughts and feelings, reveal that it's a skill that can be developed through observation and mindfulness. Sigma males naturally lean into this, using their independence to step back and observe without bias. This detachment enables them to read a situation without being clouded by their own desires or emotions. Philosophically, this sharp perception aligns with the Stoic focus on understanding and mastering one's reactions. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane." Sigma males embody this wisdom, holding fast to their clarity in a world full of subtext and persuasion. By mastering the art of reading between the lines and maintaining awareness of social dynamics, Sigma individuals stay one step ahead. They make decisions grounded in reality, not illusions crafted by others. This enables them to act wisely and remain true to their values, even when surrounded by a world full of subtle manipulations. In this, they maintain their freedom, the freedom to see clearly and think independently. 2. Seeing through the darkness of the society. Why do so many choose to only see the bright side of their dreams, ignoring the shadows that come with them? In a world driven by positive visualization, imagining fame, wealth, and success, it's easy to forget the other side, thanks to social media. Sigma males, however, know that true understanding comes from embracing both light and dark. They don't just visualize the gold and glory, they prepare for the storm, facing the harsh truths and possible failures. While positive visualization is popular, fueled by social media and motivational speakers showcasing their perfect lives, Sigma males practice something deeper: premeditatio, malorum, or negative visualization. This Stoic technique involves mentally rehearsing what could go wrong: failure, criticism, or the loneliness of being misunderstood. They aren't afraid to consider the reality that, if they don't succeed, respect might vanish, support could fade, and society might judge harshly. It's a practice few dare to confront, but Sigma males Use it as fuel, understanding that foreseeing the darkness makes them more resilient when it appears. Seeing through the darkness isn't just about preparing for failure. It's about understanding the fabric of society itself. Sigma males see how people can turn when things go wrong, how loyalty can waver, and how status can be temporary. Unlike those who battle against this darkness blindly, Sigma males walk alongside it, letting its lessons sharpen their instincts. They know that confronting potential loss and hardship prepares them to act with purpose, not fear. This vision of reality makes them quicker to adapt and succeed. By facing what others avoid, they're ready for any challenge, learning to bend with the waves rather than fight them. And once they achieve success, they stand at a crossroads, choosing whether to help illuminate the path for others or continue on their own journey. The power lies in their hands. Sigma males embody the essence of, the world is yours, not because they avoid darkness, but because they see it, walk with it, and use it as a guide. This dual visualization, holding both light and shadow, frees them from illusion and empowers them to make their mark on a world that often fears what it cannot see. 3. What does it mean to truly succeed? Society often frames success through a narrow lens. The mansion, the luxury car, the job title that turns heads at social gatherings. In Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, it is all what success means. That's how they sell courses and scam you. People are drawn to these symbols, believing they're the markers of a life well lived. But mature individuals, known for their deep introspection and nonconformist ways, see past this collective illusion. To them, success is more than a high bank balance or the accolades that come with status. They know that wealth and prestige, while shiny on the surface, can be hollow. True, success is subjective, shaped by what brings genuine fulfillment. It could be the quiet satisfaction of mastering a skill, finding purpose in a creative pursuit, or simply living in a way that feels true to one's essence. A minimalist, for instance, may find as much joy in the freedom of simplicity as a CEO might in a corner office. Philosophically, this aligns with the Stoic belief that contentment is internal. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Sigma males embody this, rejecting the pursuit of wealth for wealth's sake. Instead, they focus on nurturing experiences and relationships that make life meaningful. Psychological research also backs this up. Studies have shown that beyond a certain income level, more money has little impact on day-to-day happiness. Kaufman and Deaton, 2010. This bias toward associating success with wealth is tied to the hedonic treadmill, where people return to a baseline level of happiness after material gains. By sidestepping this treadmill, Sigma individuals redefine success on their terms, gaining something more valuable, contentment that isn't up for sale. Number 4, not living by the myth. Felt the weight of expectations pushing you toward a well-trodden road. Society likes to map out life, go to school, land a stable job, get married, buy a house, and have children. This path is seen as the gold standard for a successful life. Yet, Sigma males know that following this template is optional, not essential. Sigmas are known for their independence. They don't want to live by someone else's thread. They are known to disregard societal hierarchy. They question this rigid script and carve their own routes, refusing to be bound by conventional standards. To them, life isn't a checklist. It's a canvas waiting for unique brushstrokes. Whether it's pursuing a career that doesn't fit into neat corporate boxes, choosing a life of travel, or deciding not to marry or have children, they prioritize choices that align with their personal values, not societal timelines. This nonconformist stance comes with challenges. People often feel the need to defend their deviations or face judgment for not adhering to the normal blueprint. But Sigma individuals embrace this. They recognize that the fear of judgment is a shadow of conformity. They value autonomy and know that fulfillment isn't found in ticking off society's milestones, but in crafting a life that feels right, even if it looks unconventional to others. From a philosophical standpoint, this reflects the Stoic principle of living according to nature. Your nature. As Epictetus said, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Sigma males embody this wisdom, focusing on what they can control, their choices, passions, and paths. The psychological reason behind society's push for a traditional life path can be linked to the normative influence, where people follow others to gain social approval. Yet, Sigma individuals are guided by intrinsic motivation, breaking free from external validation. This allows them to find true satisfaction, no matter how offbeat their journey may seem. 5. The myth of popular opinion. Why do so many people cling to popular beliefs? There's a deep-seated notion that if the majority agrees on something, it must be right. Following popular opinion provides a sense of safety and shared understanding. But Sigma males see this as a mirage, recognizing that truth isn't decided by consensus. They challenge the idea that the crowd is always right, knowing that popular beliefs often go unquestioned simply because they're familiar. This is the essence of independent thinking, seeking out varied perspectives, questioning the norm, and forming one's own conclusions. Sigma don't shy away from holding views that differ from the mainstream, especially if their reasoning and principles guide them there. The psychological phenomenon of groupthink explains why people are drawn to align with the majority. Groupthink can suppress critical thinking and lead to poor decision-making, as the fear of standing out can override rational judgment. Sigma males, however, remain vigilant, analyzing information and staying open to changing their minds based on new insights. This independent approach allows them to make informed decisions, even if it means standing alone. Philosophically, this aligns with the teachings of thinkers like Aristotle, who emphasized that it is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Sigma males embody this principle, using their analytical mindset to evaluate ideas, not just adopt them. By not equating popularity with truth, Sigma individuals avoid the trap of herd mentality. They understand that just because an idea is widespread doesn't mean it's sound. This mindset allows them to see through misconceptions and act on what feels right, even when it goes against the current. In a world where following the crowd is easier than thinking critically, their choice to stand apart becomes a testament to true intellectual independence. Number 6. Seeing through validation bias. For many, it's deeply tied to external validation, praise from peers, approval from superiors, or social recognition. The belief that one's value is defined by others can create a fragile sense of self, vulnerable to criticism or rejection. But Sigma males see beyond this, understanding that true worth comes from within. Sigma individuals know that when your self-worth is built on external factors, you become a puppet to other people's opinions. This dependency can lead to constant seeking of approval and a life swayed by the shifting tides of public perception. Instead, Sigma males draw their worth from their values, actions, and personal integrity. They cultivate a strong sense of self that doesn't waver when outside opinions do. This approach resonates with Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes inner virtue over external acknowledgement. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Sigma males take this to heart, realizing that it's better to be true to oneself and misunderstood than to mold oneself for the sake of others' fleeting approval. Studying psychology, psychological dependence on other opinions can cause reduction in personal strength and heightened level of stress. However, Those who cultivate self-acceptance and create the inner value are usually more self-assured and capable to cope with the tasks. Sigma males do this. They keep their self-worth, regardless of other people's opinions. In this case, Sigma individuals denounce the belief that worth is accredited by people. Therefore, they gain personal power. They stroll through life with such assurance that doesn't require appreciation to survive. It allows them to push through criticism and failures, unaltered, because they know what they are worth. They are internally secure and do not base their worth on public opinions. Number 7. The misconception that happiness comes from external sources. Have you ever thought, if only I had this, I'd be happy? Society frequently sells the idea that happiness is just one achievement or possession away, whether it is the perfect home, or the perfect career, or the perfect love. However, Sigma males are not fooled by this image. They know that happiness in objects is temporary, and that the emptiness that it creates must be refilled over and over. For them, happiness is not a state that life gives or which material accomplishments provide. Chasing after the approval of others or fame or money is like running on a treadmill where the belt never stops. The moment one gets within reach of the thing they think will make them happy, there is always something else just beyond their grasp, holding it off. Sigma males get out of this cycle through meditation, gaining self-identity, and being thankful. They understand that permanent well-being is a process of conscious attitude towards life, not a receptive possession of things or outcomes. Psychologically, this is supported by the concept of hedonic adaptation, as mentioned earlier, where people quickly get used to changes in their lives, whether positive or negative, returning to a baseline level of happiness. This means that while a new job, car, or recognition can bring temporary joy, it won't sustain contentment. Sigma males understand this and choose to cultivate practices that promote lasting inner satisfaction, like mindfulness, hobbies, or time spent in solitude. Philosophically, this resonates with Stoic beliefs. Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Sigma males echo this idea by placing value on what cannot be taken away. Their mindset, resilience, inner peace. By focusing on their internal world, Sigma individuals find a type of happiness that external factors can't shake. They appreciate life not because of what they have, but because of who they are and how they choose to live. This internal foundation of happiness frees them from the endless chase and brings a calm satisfaction that external rewards alone could never provide. 8. The myth that you must always be connected. Have you ever felt the pressure to always be reachable, plugged in, or scrolling? Modern society often equates constant connectivity with being informed, productive, and social. Yet, Sigma males see this need to always be on as a trap that can drain energy and erode focus. They understand the importance of stepping back from the digital noise to nurture genuine connection with themselves and the world around them. While the world thrives on the fear of missing out, Sigma males value moments of solitude and disconnection. This they understand. The more they are consumed with notifications and endless streams, the more they are disconnected from their selves and aspirations. It also allows them to take time and think about the things they want, need without the distractions from their everyday life. This way, they save their mental health and focus on the things that matter through limiting the time spent on technology and social commitments. From a psychological standpoint, studies have shown that constant exposure to social media can lead to increased anxiety and a diminished sense of well-being. This is partly because of what Kim and colleagues have dubbed the comparison trap, where life is judged against airbrushed images of others. Sigma males sidestep this by disconnecting when necessary, understanding that their worth isn't tied to an online presence or a full social calendar. Philosophically, This echoes the Stoic idea of reclaiming one's time and attention. Seneca's advice rings true. Withdraw into yourself as far as you can. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those who you can improve. Sigma do just that, finding strength in solitude and forming meaningful relationships over superficial engagement. Choosing moments of silence and disconnection enables them to stay focused, think deeply, and maintain a sense of peace that the never-ending demands of connectivity can't offer. In a world where being constantly connected is often seen as essential, Sigma males prove that true presence comes not from being perpetually online, but from being genuinely engaged with one's life and surroundings. Number 9. The illusion of more. Have you ever get a feeling that you are racing against something or someone just to acquire more money, more achievements, more things? Culture has, for a long time, dictated that he who gathers more shall be happy. Yet, Sigma males see the flaw in this mindset, the assumption that more is always good or better. To them, the pursuit of more resembles a mirage in a desert that seems to go on forever. We chase new car models, believing the next level of hierarchy or the latest popular model will make us happy people. Still, one way or another, they realize that satisfaction evades them. Sigma males are fully aware of the fact that such a relentless pursuit of success is a sure way to guarantee unhappiness and exhaustion. What matters most to them is such things as less, but better. The psychological concept relevant to this case is the hedonic treadmill, according to which individuals get used to a certain level of well-being, regardless the actual achievement level. Sigma males sidestep this trap by choosing simplicity and fulfillment over accumulation. They don't measure life in the number of possessions or the width of their social circle, but in the depth of their experiences and the authenticity of their connections. This way of thinking reflects Stoic values. Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more." Sigma males understand this deeply. They appreciate that real contentment comes from cherishing what already holds meaning, not from adding more to an overflowing pile. Philosophically, choosing simplicity is an act of rebellion against the societal script that tells us we are never enough without more. It's choosing to define success and happiness on one's own terms, without the noise of comparison or the weight of consumerism. In this way, Sigma individuals find a steady source of peace, detached from the ever-rising tide of more. 10. The illusion of constant busyness. In today's fast-paced culture, schedules packed to the brim are worn like badges of honor. The idea that staying constantly busy is a sign of success has taken deep root. But Sigma males know that busyness and productivity are not the same thing. Sigmas always measure the full path before stepping. That's why they may be slow, but secure. And multitasking is a myth. They recognize that a day full of activity doesn't necessarily mean a day of progress. Many people fall into the trap of performative busyness, looking and feeling productive without making meaningful strides. Sigma males prioritize effectiveness over mere activity. They seek purpose in their actions, focusing on what truly aligns with their goals and values. This approach enables them to work smarter, not just harder, and carve out time for rest and reflection. The psychological principle here is the busyness bias, where people assume that those who are busy are more competent or successful. This belief drives many to fill their calendars, mistaking motion for progress. Sigma individuals challenge this bias by stepping back, taking time to evaluate, and doing what actually moves the needle forward. They know that real productivity involves clarity and strategy, not just action. This aligns with the Stoic idea of eudaimonia, a life of flourishing through mindful and purposeful living. Marcus Aurelius noted, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." Sigma males embody this by recognizing that endless busyness can steal time without adding value. By focusing on what matters most and avoiding the societal urge to stay constantly on the go, Sigma individuals achieve a balanced life. They make room for rest, introspection, and quality moments, which ultimately lead to greater well-being and more significant accomplishments. In a world that equates hustle with success, their choice to prioritize effectiveness over busyness stands as a reminder that life is more than just checking off tasks. It's about creating meaning. 11. The false promise of conformity. Do you remember having the feeling that you have to be one of those people to become a part of some community? Compliance is widely believed to yield approval and achievement. Conformity, if you copy others and adopt their behavior, you'll get accepted and receive bonuses. Sigma males, however, do not buy into this as a reality, a facade of such acceptance, which is not genuine. Compliance usually results in individuals performing a personality adjustment and denying themselves in order to avoid ridicule by fellow members. This often leads to what can best be described as shadow life, relationships that are as empty as the individuals themselves, and fears that once spoken out loud turn into shallow dreams. Sigma males reject this path. They know that the process of acceptance is first-person acceptance. In their youth, they do not change their personality to conform to fit into the society norms, despite the fact that most often this is the norm. Of course, this truth is not without its problems. Non-conformity might lead to criticism or rejection from people, because usually they feel uncomfortable around different persons. Sigma individuals are different. They act relying on the values that they have, not on the appreciation of others. They get the attention of people who love them for who they are, therefore cultivating better and more profound relationships. Philosophically, this outlook mirrors the wisdom of being true to oneself, akin to Socrates' sentiment to find yourself, think for yourself. Sigma males live this principle by refusing to dilute their beliefs or actions to win others over. Now, can you relate why people don't really like a Sigma? People often dislike what they don't understand, though this doesn't seem to be a problem for them. Their confidence level is so high, it can't even be reached by intruders. Little off topic, if we compare, both alphas and sigmas have high confidence level. But the difference is that Sigma's wall is like water. It absorbs and throws away. But Alpha's wall is made by brick, and it can be broken and hard to fix. Number 12. Through failure. It is usually associated with a black spot on the body, a sign that one is a loser, undeserving, or incapable. It becomes a paralyzing fear that will keep people from going out for a job interview, or starting a new business, or writing a book, or moving to a new city. Sigma males, however, view failure through a different lens, not an area to be passed over as the journey proceeds. To them, failure isn't the end, but an invaluable teacher. It's the rough draft of success, shaping the final masterpiece. They understand that every setback carries lessons that refine their approach and build resilience. This perspective allows them to take calculated risks without being deterred by the possibility of falling short. Where others see defeat, they see growth. Psychologically, the societal fear of failure is linked to loss aversion, the tendency to prefer avoiding losses over acquiring gains. This bias can make the idea of failure feel more significant than it is. Sigma individuals work past this by reframing failure as a step forward rather than backward. A study in psychological science, 2017, highlighted that people who view failure as an opportunity to learn show greater perseverance and performance. Philosophically, this belief aligns with Stoicism, where failure is seen as a neutral event, a chance to practice resilience and adapt. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Sigma males live by this, understanding that obstacles are part of the path, not a detour. By embracing failure, Sigma individuals unlock a freedom that many fear to claim. The ability to try, to risk, and to live without being held back by the potential of falling. This courage to face failure turns their setbacks into stepping stones, guiding them toward a life defined by boldness and growth rather than safety and stagnation.